Hey, namaste. Love and light to you, beautiful souls. Welcome in. Welcome to Powerhouse Sorrow. I'm Energy Goddess. Welcome to my channel. Oh, excuse me. This reading is going to be what did I put up there? Timeless message. Channel message. One of them. These all are just basically general energy readings. So you take what resonates with you and then you leave what doesn't. Okay, just period. That's what a general energy read is, okay? For anybody confused. Second off, I would just like to thank everybody that support me genuinely, organically, from the heart. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit, because that's hard to come by these days. You know, with all of the ascension and descension of the souls, right? You know, so I guess what's the word for it? Good support is hard to find, you know. So, but you find it when it's needed. So I'm grateful. You know, I'm thankful. Today's reading is going to be a channel message, general message. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the vibes. Holy Spirit, connect me with the situation here for this reading. Connect me to the situation here with this reading. Look at my God. Hide behind my teacup. Situation? What is the situation? What's the situation? Thank you, Holy Spirit. I think I shuffled these cards last night. Reshuffle them though. Nice little shuffle. Ooh, thank you. All right, so gratitude heart. Okay, the situation. Thank you. The situation. Commit. Honestly assess. Commit. Honestly assess the situation. What else is coming out here for the situation? What's going on? Somebody might be having a problem committing to a situation. And that might be why you're assessing something right now at this time, collective. What else is coming out here? What else is coming out here? Lord. Why y'all do me like this early? Early like this. I just got up. I just got back to earth. And y'all just like, stretch your bones. We're gonna drop the cards on the floor. Is this your way of saying I need a little bit of yoga today? Tap into your primal power. Summon the rain. This feels like the energy of those of us who are really, getting it on spiritually on some real shit. Tapping into this primal power of the beautiful dark mother, not being afraid of that, loving all aspects of the self. Summoning the rain, this just speaks to me about somebody who's like, this is Hayuka spirit, like people who are able to connect with the earth and do things with the energy. It's like Hayuka spirit, you know, energy type of people. I'm telling you, some of us are truly tapped in on some real shit. I feel like spirit is saying, like, commit to that. Maybe you having a problem committing to that. Knowing how divinely guided you are, spirit is saying, tap into that. That is where your power is at. Honestly assess it. Like, do you really think like you came here all this far for nothing? Just to live these mundane lives, like on some real shit. Spirit need us to honestly assess this shit. Like, what you think? You feel me? Right? Yeah. Ooh, this vibey as fuck. Let me get some tea on this. Hold on. Super vibey. Wow. Commit to it. You can't turn off your powers. You're the spirit is saying you can't turn off your powers. You've already activated something within you just by being born. It was already activated. And then now we're moving closer into this space where our activations are not only coming on, but it's like we're having to learn how to commit to this shit. This shit is for real. To your own self be true. Fuck trying to prove it to nobody else. Right? Man, let's get these messages. What's going on, Holy Spirit? What is going on? Tell me more. I'm gonna pull my chair up though, so because I know you like to get crazy. You in here flying by me. Come on. Be a channel. I can't make this shit up, y'all. Like, for real. Could you just tap into your gifts? Because, like, spirit not gonna stop giving me these messages for us. For real. Be a channel. Summon the rain. Connect to the water. Connect. Yo, I swear, listen how deep and powerful this is. Literally, before I even let my feet touch the ground, yo, like I wasn't even up. You know, that's when you should really do your intention, set your intentions for the day, right? I literally, before my feet hit the ground, I'm like, it's this big ass pond right outside of my house. And it's trees and all of this stuff like that. It's like this big wooded area. I'm like, I had opened my hands up just like this. This shit is creepy as fuck. I had opened my hands up just like this. I was just sitting down on the bed. And I was like, thank you, water. Thank you, trees. I was just saying thank you, like, to outdoors, to nature. Yo, that shit was so powerful. Mind you, I'm always doing this shit. But every now and again, like, sometimes I do different, you know, sometimes I got different things I'm thankful for in that moment. Today, it just happened to be that. Like, yo, you are a channel. You are connected to the all, to the everything. So use the energy, because I feel like, too, shout out to Hourglass by Jazz, because she had brought this up, too, about how in the hermit months of, like, winter and stuff, we be indoors a lot. And so you don't get that good sunshine. You don't get that. So you need to connect to still nature, right? And let it revitalize your soul, like on some real shit. Yo, tap into your primal power, G's. Spiritual OG. Come on now. Come on. What else? Yeah. Check her out. She's on YouTube, y'all. Sweetest goddess. Make mistakes. Okay? Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Sometimes you're gonna make them. Like, fuck it. Let it flow. Learn from it, grow from it. Get to know yourself from it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so disgusted by yourself and when we make mistakes. Don't be so down on yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Let's learn how to lift ourselves up, right? That's the primal power. It realizes like, yo, I'm only the human, like in this avatar. And so, but my primal power, my soul, that's an eternal energy. And it's different. There's no mistakes there. The mistakes is the human part of it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even more so, like when you start to realize who you are as a spirit, you realize that nothing in your life was ever a mistake on some real shit. Like the more you connect to source, the more that you connect to your divine Holy Spirit within you, you know, which is, you know, radiating the light, right? You know? And so don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to be a channel. Don't be afraid to summon the rain and summon whatever energy you need to summon so that you can be productive in this world. So that you can learn how to tap into your primal power. Because you're more than just the human that does all of the mundane things like pays the bills and goes to work, talks to my family and friends on the phone and like watches shit on the phone, you know, watches shows, like goes out with my friends, like, you know what I'm saying, like sees a therapist. Like you're more than all of these things, like creating a business, like you're more than all of these things, you know what I'm saying, like we are connected, you know, to primordial energy, and we have to do our due diligence to remain that way, commit, right? So it makes life easier for us when we do that. Honestly, it really makes life easier. I feel like, you know, those of us getting this message, it's like we can see that for ourselves. It really gets easier when we start to embrace these mistakes, because it really wasn't a mistake. It's just the human mind that conceives it as such, right? Collaborate, devote. Here it is again. That commit, devote. You know what I'm saying? Collaborate is talking about get with the spirit. Spirit has what you need. When you're not afraid of your spirit, you're not afraid of the divine power. It's powerful, and it is some scary-ish if you don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, tapping into my power, it should make me anxious. I ain't going to say I was scared, but I was anxious. But that's because I was living too far in the future of it instead of just being present. And then that allowed me to relax. So I suggest the same for anybody getting this message. Like, I understand that tapping into the power of source, right? Because we've all been taught through this dogmatic stuff of religion and all other sorts of doctrine, right? Kind of how to dumb ourselves down a little bit so that we could be more passive and sheep-like, right? So coming out of that into this space of resistance that created empowerment and ultimately the soul's ascension and evolution through walking in integrity and dignity and no longer being anybody's sheep. Okay, you can't corral us, you can't make us think anything because we done elevated our minds, you know. That's what this channel message is about. Like, you done elevated the mind and got to a different space now. It's time to commit to that. Don't be afraid to make mistakes or what are conceived as mistakes. Because, you know, still we're in this human paradigm until, you know, for whatever, till we break, I guess, jailbreak that concept, sort of. But yeah, this is about collaborating with spirit and saying, you know what, I trust you enough. Connect me to this primal power, you know? That is within. Okay? That sometimes, like I said, it could make a person anxious because That's what the world will do. All these doctrines, they have you hiding that primordial part of you, saying that it's evil, it's bad, it's this, it's that. When this is mother, this is creator, this is source. You know what I'm saying? This is something that can't be hidden. You know what I'm saying? We just weren't aware of it. It can be hidden, but once we came online and activated, it was over. The awareness was there. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So now it's what Spirit is saying. It's like you have to commit to it now, because you can't turn it off. You can't unsee. Where you are right now, those of us getting this message, you can't unsee. You won't unsee. Okay? So don't be afraid of the mistakes, because those is going to happen. We supposed to. How else will we grow? What makes us good storytellers if we don't got a couple mistakes? Come on now. Who the fuck? It's called living, B. You know what I'm saying? It's called living, B. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Right? Let's see. What else? Talk to me, Holy Spirit. Some of us, we hold things that we do in life way too hard against ourselves, and we punish ourselves over and over, and it's time that we stop doing that. You're a channel. It's time that you tap into your primal power and summon the rain like your ancient ancestors did and still do, because you are here. You are the ancestors, right? Summon that energy. And some of y'all very connected to the water. It says specifically, summon the rain, yo. Come on. You a channel. Be that. Okay. So we got look in the mirror. Okay. How fitting. Look in the mirror. As I'm telling you, you're a channel. Spirit needs you to know, like, look at yourself. See yourself for who you are. Spirit already knows who you are. We the humans is the one that has to get to understand that, right? Stretch and expand, okay? This is the energy of what you're in right now. You have to commit to this process, right? This is going to stretch and expand your understanding of who you are and the universe in which you've created, okay? Because we're all a part of this assimilation, right? But stretch and expand your consciousness to a place of where you can elevate yourself and evolve yourself into whatever it is that you were sent here to do and to be. You know, you're already that. So honor the cycles. You know what I'm saying? Honor the cycles. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes and then you're going to go back into that place of, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't trust myself. But honor that. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? You just have to commit to it. No one's perfect. And you're not expected to be. Master the dance, okay? Master the dance. But in order to master the dance, don't you got to get on the dance floor? Right. That's what I want you to remember. You're going to have to get on the dance floor and boogie a little bit. And I think that's for the most part for us when it comes to our spiritual evolution and really committing, really devoting. It's not about that, because most things that we fuck with, we usually commit to, or we fuck it, right? So I don't think it was ever a problem with that. Some of us it may be, right? So if it is, that's your message, right? But for those of us that it's not, you know, they want you to know, you know, this is about you learning how to master the dance. And in mastering the dance, oftentimes the hardest part is that part where you got to get on the dance floor. Remember how when we used to be young, right? And they used to have a dance or a party or something like that, and people be dancing, right? What was the hardest part of that? To get on the floor, wasn't it? It was never, because once you got on the floor, it didn't matter if you didn't know what you was doing or not. You got your ass out there, right? Overcame your fear, though. Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is. Your spiritual evolution. It's like getting on a brand new dance floor. You know what I'm saying? And learning how to do some shit and looking amazing while doing the shit. Like, people looking at you like, oh, they want to get in on your motherfucking, they want to come dance with you, you know? Like, that's what life is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to, you know, be that channel that you are. Look into the mirror. Look in the mirror at who you are. Look at it. For real. When sometimes it might get heavy, collaborate with source. Come back to self. And let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But we got to tap into this primal power. This is ours. Okay? Now that we figured out what side we're on and where we want to be, like, let's tap in. Some of y'all got gifts that you need to connect with. They're water related. Some of y'all got gifts you need to connect with. They're earth related. Some of you guys, they're air. Some of you guys, it's fire. Connect to your elements. This is some basic shit, but a lot of us overlook it trying to be fucking complicated. This is source primal's energy. I don't know about nobody in the sky. I don't know about nobody I ain't never seen. What I do know is about this science. You know what I'm talking about? So, I mean, just tap in, y'all. You know, for real. Let me slow down because I might be like going a little too fast for some of y'all. But thank you, Spirit. Let me know, y'all. Let me know how y'all feeling about this message, because I mean, this shit hitting. This shit heavy. This shit some heavy shit right here. Shit. Let me know. But this spiritual journey, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. This is the most freeing. That's the most free you'll ever be. Because spirituality is not making you aware of something outside of yourself. It's actually making you aware of you, of the self. It's about self-awareness. And that's why I just love this journey, you know, and the process of it, you know. I really do have a deep gratitude for it, you know. But yeah, let's get the messages here. What are the tarot messages here pertaining to the situation with these oracle messages? I'm not going to get a lot of these. I'm just going to do a couple. We'll slide out. I won't hold y'all forever. So we got the Four of Pentacles. Let's get a couple more. Okay, I see a stuck energy with that Four of Pentacles, or just like... Some of us actually, I'm hearing that this Four of Pentacles is an investment to commit. This Four of Pentacles, this is like your investment. Like, okay, I know what I need to do for myself. I know I need to be this channel, and I'm not afraid to do so. And I realize that fear is false evidence appearing real, and that it's not real if I'm afraid. And so this is the release of that, so that you can actually commit and go in and master the dance, right? Because it was never about the dance. It was always about that first step of, let me go in there and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Looking at everybody else, if they could do it, huh? I can too, right? It builds esteem, man. I'm telling you, process. It's a process, though. Okay, then we got out the, who is this? King of Pentacles or King of Cups? Yeah, very, very emotionally intelligent we are. You know, those of us getting this message on some real shit. And I think that's been a lot of the reason why you get in your mind and get in your feelings is because you feel like as being so evolved, I shouldn't have to make so many mistakes, or I shouldn't have to be at this state. I should be more evolved, or I should be, and that's the bullshit. You've had to overcome that mindset to realize, you know what I'm saying? Like who you are truly, and all of that fucking, and understand too that stupid self-talk that you were giving yourself, I'm gonna call it exactly what it was stupid because it was foolish, you know what I'm saying? But it was brought on by the indoctrination that, you know, we were under. And now that we're recreating a new doctrine, okay, a new way to, you know, think, a new way to believe, right? A new way to know, right? It changes things. It makes us more intelligent. So now you think about things more deeply, and you do look at your mistakes, and that's very well. Because how do you assess yourself and get better, or do things that, you know what I'm saying, that don't have you looking crazy and shit out here, right? So it's nothing wrong with that, but you have to understand that the mistakes are there as sort of your remedy, your prescription into why and how you'll take your next steps. You know what I'm saying? So we can't look at it as such a bad thing, because if you didn't have that basis of where you fucked up and all of that, how would you really be living? That's like living like a perfect life. Like nothing goes wrong, everything goes right. Like, come on, like, is you really living? We not in that space. We not fucking robots. We have feelings. We're connected to the earth. You know what I'm saying? There's no God outside of us that isn't within us, that doesn't dwell equally within us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand that. And so once we have come to that place, right, we've now committed and devoted to that. And it makes us extremely intelligent also. You know what I'm saying? So we're not moving like the robots that's out here. You know what I'm saying? In this assimilation. Like, you're not moving like that. Like, it's different. Like, our energy is just different, you know? So overall, I'm just getting, you know, with this Four of Pentacles and the King of Cups message is just that, you know, don't be afraid to be yourself, you know, and don't be afraid to learn you on some real shit. All right? Because we all out here doing it, okay? And some of us make it look pretty good, and some of us, you know what I'm saying, get down on ourselves. But no matter where you're at in the journey, you know what I'm saying, those of us getting this reading, you know, you're a pretty intelligent bunch, and that you can say, you know, like wholeheartedly about yourself, you know. And through your mistakes, you do get wiser, you know. Okay, so let's get some guidance. Let's give you some guidance, and I'm gonna let us head out. Guidance for a read. So I see the Nine of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Page of Cups. I feel like you're gonna, you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, but I feel like for the most part here, my guidance is that, you know, some of y'all utilize, you know, mastering the dance to help you help other people. Some of y'all got true gifts that you haven't unlocked, and it's not really about making money so much as doing what it is you love. And if this is something that you love, go about it in, you know what I'm saying, whatever fashion that your heart feels, you know what I'm saying, and desires. But for the most part, I'm seeing though, some of you guys are independent entrepreneurs. You have this skill set. Bless you. You have this skill set. That's my cat. That is going to take you far, take you places. I don't know if you're going to use it to, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, get rich or no shit. But this, I mean, it's in the cards for you to do so if you wanted to, because you got that Nine of Pentacles here, and so my guidance would just be to do whatever you feel, in your heart to do. Use your discretion. You have that, and your discernment, which you also have. But yeah, there's definitely that spirit of independent entrepreneurship that maybe you teach somebody or you show somebody how to tap into their own selves, or like, cause some of y'all is dope like that, like for real, like you just have that in you. Then you got the Page of Cups. So my advice with the Page of Cups is just, don't be afraid to receive love and receive, true passion and happiness, you know what I'm saying, and joy and fulfillment, because people are going to start coming into your life. And so my guidance is, people are going to start coming into your life that mean you well. Okay. So my advice is, allow it. Allow it. Because you got a lot of pain in your heart through things that have happened in your life, and you can't hold it against yourself anymore. Okay? That's the biggest message, okay, overall, that I'm getting here. Bottom of the deck is in the Nine of Swords. And like I said, about overcoming things, first you got to face them, right? So with this awareness, you're devoted now, you're committed now. This is a different space, a different energy, and I'm proud, you know what I'm saying, to even be doing this reading for the energy, period. But yeah, let me know how this message resonated. Love you guys. Peace.